It's time to celebrate! 1 year streamiversary at Boonatix, so let's take a trip down memory lane. Welcome to Boonatix, the community for sim racing beginners and enthusiasts alike. And if you haven't done so far, please consider subscribing to the channel for all the cool upcoming content and live streams, and for a lot of more years of streaming and content and great sim racing together on track. I really can't believe that it actually has been a year now since I started live streaming on YouTube and started with this community. So I thought to myself, let's just take a trip down memory lane and together, check out one of the, or like actually the first live stream that I still have in my channel, which was from the 9th of May in the year 2020. And just like take a look at what I was doing, what was my setup, what was my driving, what the hell did I do, and just, see how far I actually have come in this 1 year, as I'm currently now closing in on 900 hours played in Assetto Corsa Competizione from Kuno Simulazione. And yeah, I love that game. It's amazing. And looking back at this first live stream and the adventure on, I think, one of the still most challenging tracks for me, which is Spa-Francorchamps, sitting in the Bentley, in my old first sim rig with the Logitech G29, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So I hope you will be joining me and enjoying this video as well. And at this point, like, I have to really say again to everyone out there, thank you so much for your support. We are closing in on 4,000 subscribers on this channel. We surpassed the 500 members in our Discord community. You are engaging with me on Twitter, on Instagram, and you are showing me so much support. You are enjoying what I'm doing. You are like spreading so many positive vibes, jumping in on my community races, and yeah, it really means so much to me, because the past year has not been the easiest one for me, and I guess for many people out there, with the pandemic and everything that has been happening with work and life balance. And I had my ups, I had my downs, and you were always there to support me, and the whole community was supporting each other. So yes, thank you so much. You have actually, yeah, I can't even say how much it means to you, and how much I value every single one of you. So yeah, thank you. That's just all I can say. And so many things are coming up, so many things are happening, and I'm still working so hard on trying to find ways to give back to you, give back to the community, make it even better experience. So yeah, let's just have a toast on the upcoming years of sim racing at Boonatix. And yeah, let's just jump into taking a look at my very first live stream. This is how I started my first live stream, by not really saying anything, deleting a setup and having no idea what I'm doing actually. And this is hilarious to see that actually, I need to stop here. I jumped with the Bentley on Spa-Francorchamps. I have actually at this point, I've been driving some cars before that. I think I practiced a bit with the Ferrari on Spa-Francorchamps. And then, I don't know why, I just decided to take the Bentley, sitting on the right, something completely different at that point. And that was actually, remember, just before the 2020 DLC, or the British GT, or GT4 DLC hit. So that was actually the IGTC DLC was the latest there, so we had no 2020 tire model, no improved physics, nothing. So that was actually really just the old school. And the thing I'm just seeing here is I'm using brake pad set 2, and I'm flicking through the setup, trying to find out what the hell is going on there. And yeah, I have no clue what I'm looking at there. So fixing my mic as well, nice. So I'm not using this mic anymore, fortunately. I got a big upgrade, and you can see that like position and everything is actually the old sim rig. Well, the aluminium frame sim rig that we got first, which is now my girlfriend. And I basically have the same parts now for myself with the Logitech T29, leaving the pit lane there. And you will see again, with the newest version of ACC, we are not starting on top of Spa-Francorchamps, we are actually starting down there. And Jesus, the way I yeeted across this corner there. And then you have to roll down the whole long. I mean, come on, guys. This is like really... Yeah, this is a trip down memory lane. I think...
Whoever thought this pit lane is a good idea?
Yeah, complaining about the pit lane. Whoever thought this is a good idea. So I'm exiting the pit lane there and like... I'm nearly crashing into the left wall there. So taking it slower. So this is I don't think it's the first time. I think I practiced with the Bentley a day... Well, not really practiced. I think I took the car for a spin like before I started the stream, and then I thought to myself, well, this is probably going to be really interesting, so I'm gonna just go and do a live stream around that. And this is the first outlap, and holy crap, I think I'm like 100 meters early there, so I'm taking it very slow, warming up the tires here. This looked nice, nice and smooth. Second gear in the boat lay. You can... I think it's actually hilarious to kind of see me sitting in that chair with the G29, and I look so... To me, I look really uncomfortable right now. If I look at myself, I'm like really like this, like not moving at all, like being very still and like don't move too much. It could...
The sound of the car is amazing.
Sound of the car is amazing, yeah. Still love it to this day. Oh my god, look.
Like one thing what they did right, it's the sound of the cars.
Very gentle, very careful there. I think I didn't even have a clue about the track at that point. I did not, at this point in the game, like it was really early. I think I had like maybe 30-40 hours in the game. I wasn't even watching any track guides, or didn't even know track guides existed at that point. So I just wanted to kind of like, you know, find my line, and I was always like, when I did the track medals, use the ideal race line.
Whoa, don't spin on me.
Don't spin on me. Oh my god. So yeah, I was practicing with the race line on, and after I got the track medals, I basically switched the race line off and then did like this is actually a race weekend, custom race weekend in single player with the AI coming out again. So I was then always like driving with the AI there. And you can even hear the pedals from the G29. And that was way too late. I think at some point we have to really take a look at my inputs, the way I'm braking and accelerating with the G29 stuff, because that's like really no comparison at all now to the gear that I'm using. And that brake point actually looked really good. Turn in was too late, unfortunately. So the biggest distinction to know... Oh, wait, actually no, let's wait. This is now going down the straight and coming up to Arouge. So first time Arouge, I want to see if I can survive that. I'm not... Okay, I am lifting, but yeah. You got some light damage on the front. Yeah.
He said light damage.
This was actually me trying to do Arouge in the first lap with the Bentley flat. How crazy was that? How crazy was that? I want to see that again. Look at my inputs. I'm full throttle, and normally actually you should... Yeah, I'm totally off the line here. I should be far to the right. And I'm so close to the left, which means, yeah, completely off the line. I'm lifting a little bit here, which is far too late. And meaning, doing that, actually, what happened there is I put more pressure on the front, and I'm turning right. And that means that the car is just losing it. Yeah.
No.
Light damage on the front. Fox is left. Okay, nice. So we hear the AI cars racing now. So yeah, I think that's actually where my Arouge trauma comes from, because every car I tried, every time on Arouge, I just crashed it. I had no feeling for that. And the thing with the G29 steering wheel is actually the force feedback is just not strong enough. It just did not tell me anything what's going on. It just made some rattling and clacking noises, but you were just like, you had to steer the car with the feeling that you had, but also by looking at what the car was doing. And if you check like the way how I'm sitting in the car, the field of view, nothing was changed. I did not adapt anything. The screen was with this setup really far away from me. I think at least like if you look at my arm length, and then maybe even one, like half 1.5 arm lengths away from me, so really far away, at least 30, 40 or even 50 centimeters further away than I race now. When I race now, I have the screen actually like right here at the edge of the camera perspective. And again, I'm looking at the setup screen and my facial expression is like, what should I do? I should actually have adapted tire pressures, because after these 2 laps, I think we should have seen that, yeah, tire pressures are a bit too low, but I'm not sure if at this point I really knew how much I need. But I just love how I'm looking like, okay, yeah, numbers. Good, numbers. Let's just drive again. It's so cool to see that. And I think this is also really important for you to see that in the beginning. It's just totally okay. You have no idea what you're doing. Just go out there and drive and try to get a feeling, try to enjoy it. And oh my god, I'm looking like I'm like, please help me. And I'm like, dude, you can lift the throttle to turn it in easier. I'm just not looking happy at the moment at all. So now blue flag, there is a car coming from the AI and look at me, I'm waiting. Nice. Cool. I'm really curious on like the first lap times that I'll be setting. So let's just like skip the warm-up lap there a little bit. And next time, going down a Rouge. I'm lifting. Ooh, going on the grass there. Oh my god. Well, at least I lifted and rolled down, but what happened is lifting earlier, the car, yeah, pulled to the right again, but I kind of survived it. That was, I think, at that point, just the ultimate goal. Survive or Rouge, because I need to practice the laps. I'm shifting down into 2nd gear here, okay, that's really low, but I'm just going slower. Just, you know, wanting to get a feeling for the car. I'm just using the basic aggressive setup here, which is, as we know right now, very on the edge, and yeah, I had no clue about what to change with the setup. And cool thing is now we have an AI car in front of us. And tires are slowly coming on temperature now. And at this point I think I'm still like trying to get used to also sitting on the right. That was, I think, one of the things I struggled the most in the beginning. Because I had no idea about like... push. I had no idea how wide the car really is. The field of view wasn't correct, not helping me at all, so... And I was not trail braking at all, because I didn't really know. Oh my god, losing it again. What happened there? I'm using TC4. Why did I lose the car there? So I'm on the accelerator here, but we can already see that my steering angle is way too much for this turn. I'm at the corner exit with a really high steering angle actually, and I'm pushing the throttle now completely flat. Yeah, and I'm losing the car already there, and not reacting yet at all. I mean, the traction control was even doing something, but it didn't help. So yeah, and you hear the G29 rattling, and at this point, I continue.
What's going on? Why the car is suddenly deciding to spin without reason?
Car decided to spin without reason. That's not right. So how does the next time, Eau Rouge? 3rd time's the charm. What do we do? We are sticking to the right a bit more, so that's looking good. Feels so different, yeah. We are lifting now. Nice. A little bit of throttle. Would you look at that?
Because I just wanted to get through it one time.
Yeah, that looked already so much better than the first few times. Nicely done, Boonatix. So now you can see I am in the zone. I'm fully focused. Really late braking point for me that time. But again, I'm not turning in while braking. I'm kind of like braking, waiting, spinning again. Oh my god. So this was like my experience in the first few laps with the Bentley, and it all just comes down to me not being, I'm just so raw on my inputs. I just knew like brake, throttle, turn in. There was no in between for me, and it all came down to like just me doing this for like a few hours, and thinking like also not really understanding what GT3 cars are doing. I was like, hey, they have aero, I have downforce, it should work out, right? And you can see that my inputs were just basically brake and then turn in and then accelerate. So I was not turning in while braking. I didn't really understand what trail braking is. And my right foot basically just knew 1 or 0, so it was either flat or not flat. So at least here I'm trying to like be a bit more careful on the brake here. Yes, much better with the steering angle. Here braking, and you see I immediately release the brake and turn in, so there is no trail braking. I think at that moment I didn't even know what that is, or that I should kind of learn it. So very early on, you can see it's totally okay to not know about that. Just get on track and drive. It just gives you this nice impression of all the inputs, and I'm lifting through here in the beginning, nice. But you can really see how the car is actually on edge, and it's all because my tire pressures are completely all over the board, not adjusted, like not balanced at all. I just love how the G29 is rattling. Last lap 2 minutes 49. Can we do a lap now with the unbalanced tire pressures? At least the tires are on temperature. So 4th time going through Eau Rouge now. Let's see how that works out again. Much better to the right. Oh, way too early there. Lifting. Ooh. Yeah. Nearly there. And again crashing into the wall, but I keep going. So at this moment actually I think the damage was at least 30 to 40 seconds. So I should have like pitted. Please tell me that I pitted. What happened there? Yeah. Oh, you can see how angry I am at the steering wheel. I just basically flick it. Look at that. I'm losing it. Losing the car and like, screw it. Damn it. What's going on? I hate this. Jump back to garage. Let's see if I get any idea what to do. So put my thinking face on. Go in the setup. Look at the numbers. What's wrong? Do I have any inclination on what to change? I think I'm checking also like, I think on my second screen I have the... What do I do now? Front right hit. I increased the front right hit by 1 click, and I also increased the rear right hit by 1 click. Okay. I think my thought process was maybe because I heard the car kind of like bottoming out in Eau Rouge, and I think I thought that like I'm having troubles going over the curbs, so the car is maybe too low. I'm increasing the rear wing as well. No? I wasn't sure about like downforce. Splitter is not possible to change at the Bentley, unfortunately. Interesting. I look at this and I'm like, okay, more numbers, percentages. I have no idea. Preload differential. Are we doing something? Yes, we are increasing it. No idea why. Bump stops, wheel rates, I have no idea what the thing does, but I'm increasing the rear wheel rate and I adapt the front wheel rate, which actually makes the car stiffer. But again, I had no idea what I was doing there. I was just trying stuff out. I even increased the traction control, thinking it might help me, and again, not looking at the tire pressures. So that's why my beginner video then actually starts with, look guys, you need to focus on tire pressures, because I learned it the hard way. So I want to see, actually we have a warm-up lap. I want to see, can we, I mean, when was the first lap that I did? So I think this is now the 5th time going on Rouge. And I can see already I'm so anxious and no lifting. Same mistake. Did you see that? Same mistake that I did before. I just didn't understand why it happened. But again, I'm going full flat into Eau Rouge. It was like, it was in my head that I have to do it flat. Every Formula 1 car is doing it flat. Every GT racer for sure is going Eau Rouge flat. So I have to take it flat. And I kind of got like the impression it doesn't work out. So I'm lifting there on the right again. So I'm lifting here and you can immediately see the car starts to spin to the right. And my steering is also all the time to the right. I don't know. And way too late to the left. So I didn't have any idea about the race line. Didn't have any idea how to take Eau Rouge differently. So again, I was just not happy. Let's jump to the garage. Can we see the setup screen once more? Yes, we can. What am I doing? I'm checking the tire sets. I'm going back to the tire set actually. I'm decreasing the traction control again. Tire pressures look better. That's actually the first time now I'm actually changing something in the tire pressures. Nice. So let's see, this is now 6th time.
The garage is crazy.
What's happening now? Lift. I'm coasting. Turning it in, applying throttle gently. Way too late there actually.
The throttle, otherwise I just don't survive it.
Yeah, you gotta lift the throttle or you don't survive it. I was like, you can see that I was so convinced that you have to do Eau Rouge flat.
One lap.
Let's survive one lap, let's see. That was a good braking point actually. And wow, that looked like a little bit of trail braking actually. Nice, nice, smooth line through there. That was cool. Lifting there. Ah, hitting the ref limiter a little bit. That was really a challenge with the Bentley as well, because the ref limiter just feels like it's such a short margin between hitting the limiter and shifting up, and then here again braking a little bit, turning it in immediately on your throttle. So that doesn't actually look too bad now.
On the one hand, the car feels very smooth, but on the other hand, you have the feeling that it just wants to spin.
Yeah.
It's a very strange feeling.
The car feels kind of smooth and planted, but in the next corner it feels like it wants to spin. That was just like because I was overdriving it. And yeah, I'm releasing the brake very quickly all the time. Which also comes down to the G29 not really giving you any feedback in the brake pedal. You don't really feel any pressure point. But this looks like the first clean lap. I'm really curious about the lap time.
I think I need to turn in a bit later, I don't know.
Turn it in a bit later there, yeah. So this is looking really smooth. I'm now fully in the zone. Look at my face. I'm like very serious right now. I need to do that. No. Ah, why? That's also one of these things that I then do without reason. What did I do there? I can use more of the track on the right. And then I lift way too much on turn-in. Hit the curb on the inside, and immediately the traction control is coming up and the car over-rotates.
No.
Ah, poor Boonatix. He was trying so hard.
Sometimes it works. I lift the throttle a little bit and it turns in, and then like now, I don't know why.
I lift the throttle and he turns in, and I don't know why. It spins. Sometimes it spins, sometimes it doesn't. And
no? I don't know.
I was really unsure.
I think I should turn off maybe the damage so that I can practice.
I should turn off damage so I can practice more. That actually at that point would have maybe been a good idea. I know for many people it's like a no-go, but if you just like are beginning with the game and are crashing every lap, it would have probably been easier to turn off the damage and just get a feeling for the car.
It's just sliding.
Yeah, that's normal. It's just Eau Rouge is very tricky for the car, and I was just so convinced you have to take it flat. And again, the car is damaged now for crashing into the wall, but I'm not going into the pit, so at this point I really had no clue what the damage can do to the car, that it influences the aerodynamic performance. So I'm giving it a try again. Can we do another clean lap? I'm fully in the zone now, really focused. Let's check my inputs. Braking really good.
I'm not a complete idiot.
I'm not a complete idiot. Very careful there. Yeah, the thing is that most of the time I'm coming out of the corner accelerating with still too much steering input, like still too much and flooring the pedal. So I wasn't really like opening up the steering to let the car grip up. So that was also like a concept that eluded me, that I was not aware. So yeah, at this, you can really see that I was like not putting it all together. I had no idea how a GT racing car is working, how, yeah, how like driving a GT race car, the aerodynamic, the grip, the steering, how it all comes together. So I was just like, that's really unfiltered sim racing, uncensored me trying to survive my first laps in Spa-Francorchamps. I have yet to do a timed lap. And we are 7 laps in, which is basically nothing. So it's, as you can see, it's totally fine to fail. But now I'm like, ooh, that was really close. Hitting the curbs on the inside again, but I knew how close I was to spinning out there again, and well, the turn it was pretty tight. And is it my first lap? It is my first lap. What's going to be the lap time? 2:30. Amazing time. 2:30.2 was my first time in the Bentley at Spa-Francorchamps after 7 laps. 8 laps. But you can see nailing the first turn in better, already gaining some time in the Delta. And now I can see in my face approaching Eau Rouge. Oh my god, I'm peeing my pants. Ooh. Beautiful. Holy schmackaroli.
Sliding on ice.
You can see again no clue about the race line, but nailing Eau Rouge, gaining nearly a second there. Nice break point there, and I'm shifting down into second gear, which slows the car down so much. And I don't know why I did that. I think I was just at this point also, thinking back, I was a bit scared about the speed of the car. I had no feeling for the speed of the car. I couldn't comprehend like how fast can I go, because again, the G29 doesn't give you a lot of feedback, so you have to rely more on the visuals that you see what is going on. And at that point I just, yeah, wasn't really able to like understand how fast I was actually really going and how fast the car can go. And I was just trying to survive lap after lap and kind of find the line and get a feeling. But already 1.5 seconds up. Very early on brakes here, and also again shifting down into the second gear, but being more cautious with the throttle, turning it in here, really nice. Much better. No. Yeah, turning off the damage because I wanted to practice, and yeah, let's see. I think I'm jumping into the setup again. I love just looking at me trying to comprehend what's going on in the setup. Like, you can really see me thinking so hard, like, what do I need to change? I have no idea. And look at that! No, it would have been the right way to go! What are you doing? Come on! Lower the rear right aid! You had the right idea, come on! No!
Start from scratch.
Start from scratch with the aggressive preset. Okay. And then I'm looking at the right aid again. I'm again raising the car. And then I'm lowering it again. Oh, wow, whoa. You can see at my face that I was like, maybe I was driving with a very high car, but the aggressive preset is a bit lower. Maybe I should try that. I'm now really tense. I'm so focused and tensed right now. I'm not relaxed anymore. I'm lifting very early there. Ooh, that was so much better.
That worked better.
Yeah, that worked better. Taking the very left line into bus stop chicane. And the interesting thing is the bus stop chicane actually was never a problem. I was never scared of that hard braking zone. It was always the faster corners that concerned me. And look at that time. 2:27. Braking a little bit, turning it in earlier. And the same mistake again. So you can really see that my challenge actually was to open up the steering and let the car grip on the corner exit. So again, I need to find the line to go through Eau Rouge flat. I can see me scared. I'm turning it in left, right.
Come on. Wow! First time flat. Gee.
I nailed it flat. I was I was so forcing it because I was so convinced that you have to do it flat. And I have to admit right now, I don't know if it's really a good idea to do it with the Bentley all the time.
Slow through there.
I think it depends on how much fuel you have and what's the setup. But look at that, a second gain. That was the first time going through Eau Rouge flat. I was forcing myself to do that. I was just living that dream that I have to do it. I was so focused on Eau Rouge that I was like not really paying attention to the rest of the track, which is insane. Way too late on the turn in there and... Oh.
Why did I spin? Why did I spin there?
So basically I spent the 2 hours with that, and let's just, you know, flick forward a little bit to see what else was happening. One good thing is actually that I started looking at my replay to try...
To see how far I'm going with the car.
Yeah, how far I'm going with the car. So to actually see and understand how wide is the car, how much am I using off the track, is it like way too far off, like here, way too far away.
The exit was not very clean.
Use the replay to see how much space you have on the track, where your car is positioned, and learn from that. That's something that not many people are doing in the beginning, so that's really important. So my best time here was a 2:25.8, so I managed to get down from like 2:30 to 2:27 to 2:25. And I just kept on practicing, and oh, we even did a 2:23.9. Nice to see. So I was making improvements at the end, where you can see that I think I stopped changing stuff in the setup and then just focusing on the line and, you know, checking the replay to see what I did wrong, and just that's the most important step, to find out what you are doing wrong. But I think what would have helped me at this point actually is also like watch a track guide to see where I'm far too off the race line, to help me improve again. But I was just so determined to take Eau Rouge flat that I didn't really worry about anything else. Yeah, that was actually it for celebrating 1 year of stream anniversary with me. It was really enjoyable to watch what the hell I have been doing there in my first live stream on track with the car. And I really hope that it gives some of you out there like a kind of impression of, you know, that it's totally normal to be frustrated, and that the things you go through when you're starting sim racing, because it's just such a huge experience. There's so many impressions raining down on you, and I think unfortunately this is something that no one really shows you out there. You always see like these perfect lap times and the people like racing so good and everything looks so easily, but it's just, I mean, look at how far I've come. I think my lap record on Spa-Francorchamps is somewhere in 2:18. I think I even managed to dip it into the 2:17s at some point, but I'm really not racing that often on track, and having done more GT4 racing, it's hard to like remember the lap time there. But yeah, just look at how far I've come in terms of not only understanding what the car is doing, but also like learning about the setups, about what I can change, the feeling what the car is doing, seeing what the car is doing, what happened after like I changed the hardware from the G29 to the Fanatec CSL Elite and the ClubSport pedals, how that helped me. And, you know, just like practicing, learning more about everything that's going on in the game, watching other people, talking with other people and stuff like that. So I just wanted to show you my start of my sim racing journey, so that you can see what I've been going through and what maybe a lot of you are going through there. If you enjoyed this, please consider giving me a thumbs up to support the channel, and subscribe to not miss more of that, because cool new projects are coming up, more live streams are coming up, more community races are coming up. So maybe I'll see you on tracks soon. And thank you so much for watching. On to the next year, and let's smash some more subscriber records, shall we? Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.